You meet someone new. They're charming, attentive, and say all the right things. It feels like you've finally met the one. But here's the catch. Most people don't recognize the red flags in their relationships until it's too late. And by the time they do, they've wasted months, sometimes years, on the wrong person. But what if I told you that the warning signs were always there? That you could have spotted them right away if you knew what to look for? Today, we're breaking down the biggest dating red flags that people ignore until they pay the price. And trust me, if you're in the dating world right now, you need to hear this. Ever met someone who has nothing but bad things to say about their ex? Their ex was toxic. Their ex was crazy. Their ex ruined their life. But somehow, they've never stopped talking about them. Red flag number 1, the eternal victim. If someone refuses to take responsibility for any of their past relationships, guess what? You're going to be the next villain in their story. A healthy person acknowledges their own mistakes and learns from them. But if they're blaming everyone else, run. Because let's be real, if their ex was so toxic, why were they with them for so long? Then there's love bombing. At first, it feels like a dream. They shower you with attention, affection, and over-the-top gestures. They text you non-stop, call you every night, and tell you how special you are way too soon. And at first, it's intoxicating. You start thinking, wow, this is what love is supposed to feel like. Until it stops. Suddenly, the attention fades. They pull back, and you're left wondering what you did wrong. You start chasing the version of them that used to exist, trying to get back to that perfect beginning. Red flag number 2, love bombing. Love bombing isn't love. It's a way to hook you in fast so they can control you later. Healthy love builds over time. It doesn't overwhelm you right away. If it feels like a fairy tale in the first 2 weeks, it's probably not real. Then there's the silent treatment. 1 minute, they're talking to you like you're the most important person in the world. The next, they disappear. No explanation, just silence. And when you ask what's wrong, they punish you by ignoring you. Red flag number 3, silent treatment and emotional withholding. Someone who truly cares about you communicates. They don't play games. But someone who's trying to manipulate you, they'll use silence as a weapon to make you feel guilty, to make you chase them, and to make you feel like you did something wrong. Healthy relationships aren't built on guessing games. If they can't communicate like an adult, walk away. And let's talk about jealousy. At first, it might seem cute. They get a little jealous when you talk to someone else. They say things like, I just don't want to lose you. But then it escalates. Suddenly, they're checking your phone, questioning you about where you've been, getting mad when you spend time with friends. And before you know it, you're changing your behavior just to avoid setting them off. Red flag number 4, possessiveness disguised as love. Jealousy isn't a sign of love. It's a sign of insecurity. A healthy partner doesn't need to control you to feel secure in the relationship. If they get angry over you having a life outside of them, that's not love. That's a ticking time bomb. But the biggest red flag of them all, red flag number 5. You keep making excuses for them. You notice the red flags, but you explain them away. They had a rough childhood. They're just really stressed. They'll change. No, they won't. If someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. The more excuses you make, the longer you'll stay in a situation that will eventually break you. And by the time you finally realize the truth, you'll wish you had left sooner. So, what do you do if you see these red flags? Simple. You don't ignore them. Set boundaries. Walk away when necessary. Choose people who consistently show up with respect, effort, and emotional maturity. Love isn't supposed to feel like a trap. If it does, it's not love. It's a warning sign. Now, let me know in the comments. What's a red flag you ignored in a past relationship that you wish you had seen sooner? Let's talk about it.